What's up everybody, this is Teacher Ivan from NextGen Academy. Our goal in this channel is to help you achieve your highest potential and to help you understand subjects in the easiest and the most efficient way. If you'd like to get more tips and tricks on how to achieve A star in your IGCSE, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Lastly, if you need any help in your studies, you can always head on to our website, link in the below, or our Instagram. Drop us a DM and we'll be able to help you. Enjoy this video and I wish you all the best.
Alright, so this is the February-March paper for 2021, paper 1. Okay, so just a short recap on what are the instructions that you all have to take note of. So answer all questions, use black or dark blue pen. You may use HB pencil for any diagram or graph. So don't use pen to draw the graphs and all that, because later you all write until very messy. If something is wrong, then at least you all can correct it. Okay, then write your name, center number, candidate number. Write your answer to each question in the space provided. Do not use erasable pen or correction fluid. Okay, do not use write on any barcodes. You should use a calculator when appropriate. You must show all necessary working clearly. No marks will be given for unsupported answers from a calculator. So like all your factorization, quadratic formula, all the workings you all have to show it. Okay, give non-numerical answers correct to 3SF or 1 decimal place for angles in degrees, unless a different level of accuracy is specified in the question. Okay, so this is the guideline. This is an 80-mark question, 80 marks paper. Some formulas that you all can find from this formula sheet is quadratic equation is given to you. Okay, by right you all should memorize also already lah. Binomial theorem, a plus b to the power of n equals to a to the power of n. Then you follow lah this one, nc1 then an minus 1 plus b to the power of 1. Okay, as the one power goes down, the second term the power goes up. This one, NCR, so n factorial over n minus r factorial. Arithmetic series. So there are 2 formulas for arithmetic, 3 formulas for geometric. Arithmetic, your term, to find your term is a plus n minus 1d. To find your sum, we normally use this formula, half n 2a plus n minus 1d, or we can use this also, but we seldom use unless they give you the last term, half n bracket a plus l. Okay, so there's only term and sum for arithmetic series. For geometric series, we use ar to the power of n minus 1, sum a bracket 1 minus r to the power of n over 1 minus r, and then there's sum to infinity a over 1 minus r. For trigo, sine square plus cos square equals to 1, secant square equals to 1 plus tangent square, cosecant square equals to 1 plus cotangent square. Okay, so you don't have to memorize this, you can just refer to here. Okay, then sine rule, cos rule, and area of triangle. Okay, so get familiar with this so that if you ever forget, you can always refer back to over here. Okay, so let's look at the first question. Find the exact solutions of the equation 3 ln 5x squared plus 2 ln 5x minus 1. Okay, so some things to take note here is exact. Okay, the word exact. You all will see the word exact in few of the question. When they say exact, make sure you all don't write it in decimal place. Okay, make sure you all write it in, it will normally be in like some surd form or some power form or some exponential. Okay, so that's the reason why they say exact. All right, so don't go and type into your calculator, just simplify it. Okay, for this one, 3 ln 5x squared plus 2 ln 5x minus 1, we can change it to what form?
Quadratic.
Quadratic, right? Okay, we can use the let method. Okay, we let so that we can simplify it. So what do we want to let? Let y equals to ln 5x. Okay, if you're familiar with it, actually you don't have to do it also. But I still prefer to do it so that I keep the equation clear lah. It doesn't look so messy. Okay, so 3y squared plus 2y minus 1 equals to 0. And then we factorize it to get 3y minus 1, y plus 1 equals to 0. Okay, then 3y minus 1 equals to 0, y minus 1 equals to 0, y equals to 1 over 3, and y equals to negative 1. Okay, change it back to ln 5x. Ln 5x equals to 1 over 3, ln 5x equals to negative 1. Okay, let's find what is x. So I can change ln to indices form. E to the power of 1 over 3. This is 5x equals to e to the power of negative 1. And I'll end up with x equals to 1 over 5, e 1 over 3, and x equals to 1 over 5 e. Okay? Okay, so this falls under complex quadratic equation. Complex quadratic equation, the chapter. You all can go refer back to that chapter. There are actually I think 4 or 5 different equations where we can actually change from a non-quadratic to a quadratic equation. Okay? Then after that, you just apply your ln. It's directly related to your log and exponential chapter because when you have like unknown powers and all, okay, or you want to bring your power down. In this case, this one is directly they're asking you about ln already lah. Then you change it to exponential. Okay, any question this one?
No.
Okay, let's move on to second one. Okay, second question. The diagram shows the graph of y equals to a sine bx plus c, where x is in radians and negative 2 pi is until 2 pi. Okay, is your domain of x, where a, b, and c are positive constants. Find the value of each of a, b, and c. Okay, so for exam, right, most likely they will ask your sine or cos, okay, when related to the graph. And you all just need to know a, b, and c, how would it affect the graph? Okay, a, b, and c, how would it affect the graph? Okay, so a, b, and c, okay, a will affect the amplitude. All right, amplitude means from middle, the distance from middle to highest or lowest point. Okay, the distance we always need to find from the middle to the highest or the lowest, not from your origin. Okay, b is your period. Okay, that means how many number of cycles in 360 degrees or 2 pi. C is how the graph shift. Okay, the shift of graph. Up or down. Okay, up or down. By how many units? Okay, so you all just need to you all just need to be clear on all of this. So the first thing when you see this, right, you always want to compare with the original graph. So I will always sketch just a small sketch over here or anywhere you got space. Just draw your original graph first because you're comparing a sine graph, right? So sine, my original is 1, 0, negative 1, then 0, 180, 360. So I use this as a guide because this is my original sine graph. Okay, so my original sine graph now became this graph above. Okay, first thing that you all want to do, identify where's the middle first. Okay, so here, is your middle. Right? Here is your middle line. Okay, so what happened to this graph? This is from 0 to 2 pi. So we are seeing one whole period, but it's only half a cycle that is shown to us. Right? So how would it affect that value? It will be B. Right? B is your amplitude. B is your period. Okay, that means now half a period means my B is equals to half. Okay, it doesn't matter which one you do A, B, C. In this case, whichever you do first also I think should be okay. Okay, then you look A. A is your amplitude, right? So this is your distance from middle to your highest point or your lowest point. So you just look at one of it. So 4 to 7, 7 minus 4 will be equals to 3. And then C will be half, because I only got half a cycle in 360 degrees right now. Why I keep repeating the same thing? Okay, C is the whole graph shift, right? Shift up by 4 units. So value of C will be equals to 4. Okay, it's literally, there's no working for this. You just need to know what to put inside. Okay, any question, Nissan?
No.
Okay, let's move on. Question 3. The line AB is such that the points A and B have coordinates -4, 6, and 2, 14 respectively. The point C with coordinates 7A lies on the perpendicular bisector of AB. Find the value of A. Okay, so this is straight line equation. What do we have here? We have A, we have B. Point C lies on the perpendicular bisector. Okay, but it's not the midpoint, it just lies on the perpendicular bisector. Whenever you all come across questions related to line, I will advise you all to sketch it out, okay, so that you all can picture it. A, -4, 6, B, 2, 14. Okay, we got a perpendicular bisector. It means a line in the middle that cuts, through the AB line in the middle, right in the middle. Okay, perpendicular bisector. Bisector means 2 parts, right? And it's 90 degrees and in the middle. Okay, so what do we need to find here first? We want to find we don't know what is C but let's just say C is over here, 7A. Okay, 7A. So I want to find my goal right now is to find the equation of line C first, which is the perpendicular bisector. Okay, the equation. So I don't know what I need. Every time to construct a straight line, okay, the only thing that you need is actually M, you need your gradient, and you need a point. Okay, you don't even need 2 points actually. You just need the gradient and 1 point. Okay, what can we find from here? We also know that perpendicular bisector cuts through the middle. Okay, so let's name that as M, because midpoint. Okay, so what can we find first? We can find MAB. MAB will be 14 minus 6 over 2 minus 4. You get 4 over 3. Okay, then we know what's the gradient of AB. We can find what is the gradient of the perpendicular bisector. So which is M normal, which will be -3 over 4. Okay, or you can use M1, M2 equals to -1, but you don't have to. Okay, then let's find the midpoint. Midpoint M Okay, midpoint M will be equals to so x1 plus x2, so negative 4 plus 2 over 2, then 6 plus 14 over 2. Okay, you end up with negative 110. Okay, so this point here in the middle here is negative 110. Okay, I have 1 point, I have my gradient. Right, I have 1 point, I have a gradient. So can I find my equation of my perpendicular bisector now? Okay, so all I need to do is what? Y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. Okay, y minus 10 equals to negative 3 over 4 x minus minus 1. All right, you will summarize it to y equals to negative 3 over 4x plus 37 over 4. What's our goal right now? We want to find the value of A. And point C lies on the perpendicular bisector, right? So I sub C, which is 7A into your Y perpendicular bisector lah. Okay, so sometimes you can use this symbol also. Okay, it's a perpendicular sign. So let's sub it in. A equals to negative 3 over 4, 7 plus 37 over 4. Okay, you end up with getting A is equals to 4. Okay, so that's the coordinates for C. Okay, so C, this one quite easy to find. You all just need to know all your equation of the straight line. Okay, so don't forget, these are actually things you all have learned from last time from mathematics also already. Okay, B, given that the point D also lies on the perpendicular bisector A of AB, find the coordinates of D such that AB bisects the line CD. Okay, so for this question, you have to read the question a bit carefully. They say find the coordinates of D such that line AB bisects the line CD. So now if we go back to the diagram, AB is the bisector of CD. Right? So that means D, CD has the same midpoint as AB, because just now they say C is a perpendicular bisector, right? Now AB is the perpendicular bisector of CD. So they're actually just perpendicular bisector of each other. Okay, so what can we know from here? C, what's my C coordinate? Just now we found 7, 4. Okay. M, we found was negative 110. D, okay, D, we don't know what's D. So X, D, Y, D lah. Okay, X, D, Y, D. Okay, so we know the formula is midpoint equals to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So we can write like that, 7 plus xd over 2. This is for your x, this is for your y. Okay, then 10 equals to 4 plus yd over 2. Okay, go and calculate it. You get xd equals to negative 9. Yd is equals to 16. Therefore, your coordinates will be negative 9, 16. Okay? Adrian, okay? Okay, so this everything just straight line equation only. Okay, so straight line equation, just know your equation of gradient, equation of straight line, the word parallel, the word perpendicular, perpendicular bisector. Okay, and one more possible one that they will ask is length or distance. Okay, length or distance, we just use square root x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Okay, and it's derived from the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, don't write as x2 plus x1 square. Okay, it's x2 minus x1 square. Okay, all these are still quite easy. All right, let's look at question 4a. Show that 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 can be written in the form a bracket x plus b squared plus c, where a, b, and c are constants. Okay, what form is this? What form is this? Completing the square. All right, so completing the square. Okay, whichever method that you all have learned. Okay, so for me, I will just factorize from a and b. So x squared plus 5 over 2x minus 3 equals to 2. My second step will be x plus b squared minus b, x plus b over 2 squared, and minus b over 2 squared minus 3. Okay, so we want to put it into that form. This times this times this. And you will get 2x plus 5 over 4 squared. This one you will get 25 divided by 16 times 2. You will get minus 25 over 8 minus 3. And you end up with 2x plus 5 over 4 squared minus 49 over 8. Okay, then next, write down the coordinates of the stationary point on the curve with equation y equals to 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. So stationary points is also known as your turning point. Okay, your turning point or maximum minimum point. Okay, or also same meaning. Okay, so how do we find stationary point? They say hence, so every time hence, that means you need to find from the previous question. Okay, so if you go and use other methods, you may get penalized. Okay, you have to use, because there are other methods that you can find also. Okay, so how to find from above? You just need to know, for you to find this one, in this case will be minimum point, right? It will just be negative the bracket inside the value. That will be your x coordinate. Then your y value will be the one that is outside. Okay, so the answer will be negative 5 over 4, negative 49 over 8. Okay, next one. On the axis below, sketch the graph of y equals to modulus 2x squared plus 5x minus 3, stating the coordinates of the intercept with the axis. Okay, so the method that I taught you all is SIM method. So always determine what's your shape first, then determine what's your intercept, then you find what's your maximum or minimum point. Okay, so for modulus kind of graph, my way of doing also a bit different from the textbook, where textbook you straight away go and count with modulus also. Just draw the original graph first, then just flip it. Okay, it will be less confusing. So S, you have a happy face because A positive. Intercept. Okay, you need to find your intercept. So you find from above? No, right? Okay, so you have to go and factorize it. Okay, so you 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals to 0. You will get 2x minus 1 and x plus 3 equals to 0. Therefore, your x equals to 1 over 2, x equals to minus 3. So this is your x-intercept. And then y-intercept, okay, will be 0, negative 3. Okay, I can just straight away read from the equation above. So negative 3, 0, half 0. Then y-intercept will be 0, negative 3. Okay, make sure you have all of these coordinates first. So S, I, then M, your minimum point just now, which is your turning point, you got was negative 5 over 4, negative 49 over 8. Okay, so let's move this somewhere down here. So we got some space. Okay, so let's sketch it out. The important points are here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so make sure we sketch it out. The original. Just sketch the original one first, but don't leave it there. Okay, this for your own reference. So negative 3. Let's put here negative 3. My x-intercept half. Okay, half over here. And then my x-intercept, my y-intercept will be negative 3 also. Okay, and just now the minimum point that we found, negative 5 over 4, negative 49 over 8, will probably be somewhere here. Okay, negative 5 over 4, negative 49 over 8. Okay, so the original graph, the shape will be like this. Okay, it's a happy face. But modulus, right? So modulus, whatever is at your negative y-axis will become a positive y-axis. So what do we need to do? Go draw like this. Your original graph like this. This is for your own reference. Don't go and draw this dot 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 in exam. Okay, but I'm just showing you how I would normally teach students to do. Okay, whatever that's negative will change to positive. So this point here and this point here will go up. So here will become 3, and here will become the negative 5 over 4 and 49, positive 49 over 8, because it becomes positive. Okay, so this will be your graph of y equals to modulus 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 modulus. Alright, so sketching of graph, SIM. This specifically for quadratic graph. Okay, your shape, make sure you know what's your shape first, whether it's smiling face or sad face. Intercept, your x-intercept and your y-intercept. So x equals 0, y equals 0, and then your maximum or minimum point. Okay? Then, write down the value of k for which the equation modulus 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals to k has exactly 3 distinct solutions. Okay, so how do we do for this one? 3 distinct solutions. Where do we draw the line? Okay, the line will be over here. This will be your equation. Okay, this will be your equation. Okay, yep, 6.125, correct. Okay, or 49 over 8. Okay, because here, 1 solution, 2 solution, 3 solution. Okay, so this one you all make sure you all know also how to find the, if let's say they ask you 4 solution, then it's the region here okay, at the from 0 to between 0 to 49 over 8. Okay, 2 solution above here or at the x-axis. Okay, so your k value can be 49 over 8. Okay, or you can give Adrian's answer 6.125. Okay, next one. Okay, in these questions, all lengths are in kilometers and time is in hours. Okay, so this is a relative velocity under your vector. Boat A sails with constant velocity from a point O with position vector OO. After 3 hours, A is at the point with position vector -12, 9. Find the position vector OP of A at time T. Okay, so there are actually a few ways to do this, but the main formula that you need to remember for this is position vector. We normally use the alphabet R equals to U plus VT. Okay, R equals to U plus VT. So they say after 3 hours, A is at here, 12, 9. Hey, wait, actually I mute you for a while. The muffled sound very...
Yeah.
Okay. Or is it? It's not Ashley. Then it's Abigail. Wait, okay. Sorry, I mute all of you for a while first, cause. Okay. Okay. Find the position vector OP of A at time T. Okay, so y'all got anything type in the chat first? Later because I want to record this first. Okay. R equals to U plus VT. Then you see whatever. What are they giving you here? They say after 3 hours. Okay, it is at 12:09. My position is at 12:09 of this boat. A -12:09. So this will be my R. Okay, this will be my T. Okay, T equals to 3, right? U will be, okay, U is also given to us. U is 0, 0. Okay, so what can I find from here? They want me to find position vector OP of A at time T. That means I want a general equation to express OP in terms of T, okay, OP. But the problem is now I don't have V. Okay, so I need to find what is V first. So V will be -12:9 equals to 0, 0 plus V3. Okay, plus V3. Okay, so can I find V? V will be just divide by 3, right? So negative V will be equals to -4, 3. Okay, -4, 3. Because I just need to divide by 3. Okay, but now we want to find OP, right? So OP also still follow the formula U plus VT, but now we want in terms of T. So my U was 0, 0 plus V T. Okay, so I can just write it as -4, 3 T. Okay, clear this one? All right, it's just U plus VT. There's nothing complex about this. Sometimes they may give you speed also. So it depends on the information that they give you. Okay, it depends on the information they give you. Okay, second one. At the same time as A sails from O, boat B sails from a point with position vector 12, 6 with constant velocity -5, 8. Find the position vector OQ of B at time T. Okay, so now there's another boat, right, called boat B. Initial position is 12, 6. Velocity is -5, 8. So we know here this is U, this is V. So OQ. Follow back the formula. R equals to U plus VT. Okay, R equals to U plus VT. So this is OQ equals to U, which is 12, 6 plus -5, 8 T. Okay, we can rewrite this if you want to put into 1. 12 minus 5T, 6 plus 8t. Okay, yeah, 1 mark question only. So you see, actually all this relative velocity, the main thing is actually u plus vt. And they will just test you a bit on speed, velocity, distance, and displacement. Okay, then C, show that at time t, pq square equals to 26t square plus 36t plus 180. Okay, so PQ, we have OP, we have OQ. We want to find modulus PQ square. Okay, modulus, the formula, as we have learned already, is called, the modulus formula will be square root x square plus y square. Okay, square root x square plus y square. So, what do we need to do here? Find what is PQ first. Okay, because we don't have PQ. So PQ, the meaning of PQ is actually the relative distance between both A and both B. Okay, that's the meaning. All right, so for us to have PQ, it will be PO plus OQ law, because those are the vectors that we have. PO plus OQ will be negative OP plus OQ. What was OP? OP, where is it? Okay, negative 4, 3t. So it will be 4, negative 3. Okay, I can write it as like that. T plus OQ. 12 minus 5t, 6 plus 8t. All right. And then we join both of it together and you will get 12 minus t, 5t plus 6. Okay. So I have my x and y for PQ. So can I find my modulus right now? So this is x, this is y. Modulus PQ will just be equals to square root x square plus y square. Okay, so we learned about vector, magnitude, and unit vector. Okay, so they modulus, but then you have to square it also, right? So you modulus and square, then you will actually cut each other out lah. Okay, so modulus and square. So you'll end up with, what's your x? 12 minus t square plus 5t plus 6 square. Okay, expand the bracket. 144 minus 24t plus t square. Then your second bracket, 25t square plus 60t plus 36. Okay, you end up with 26t square plus 36t plus 180. Proven. Okay, proven. Okay, everyone here? Any question? Modulus PQ square. Simple, right? Okay, there's nothing complex. We just applied position vector. We just applied modulus. Okay, it's really all, is the few formulas only on this whole chapter. Okay, hence, show that A and B do not collide. Okay, so this one you have to understand a bit. Just now what I mentioned about what exactly is PQ. PQ is the distance between both A and both B, right? Because OP is the position vector of A, OQ is the position vector of B. When we join both of it together, they are actually the relative distance with each other. So we already found the distance. Distance is a scalar quantity, therefore is the modulus value that we just calculated, PQ squared, modulus PQ. Okay, so how to show, right, that they do not collide, right? The theory of it is that there won't be a time that they are in the same position. There's no t value, right, that they are in the same position. Okay, that means we cannot find t. So how do we find t in this case, or to prove that we cannot find t, is by solving this equation above. 26t squared plus 36t plus 180. Okay, so how do we solve this? B squared, because it's a quadratic equation, b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so t is equal to b squared minus 4ac. Therefore, it will be 36 squared minus 4ac. You will get negative 17424, which is less than 0. Therefore, do not collide. Okay, because there's no t value that we can find from this equation. Okay, so this last part here is a bit on the theory. They will either ask you to prove whether they collide with each other or do not collide with each other. If collide with each other, then you will find a t value that both of them are in the same place, in the same position vector. Okay, because if let's say my position vector is 3, 5, then the other one is also 3, 5, means they meet each other at that particular time. Okay? Abigail, okay? This one, relative velocity, it's just like that only. Okay, I'll copy for a while first. Yes, Adrian. What is b squared minus 4ac? Is to b squared minus 4ac is your discriminant. Discriminant means when you learn the formula b squared minus 4ac more than 0 equals 0 and less than 0. This is a quadratic equation. When b squared minus 4ac equals to 0 means you have one solution. When b squared minus 4ac is more than 0, then you got two solutions, two roots or two solutions. When b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, means your graph is like that. Means there's no solution. This is specifically for solving quadratic equation. Your discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. Why no solution also? If you think about it, your quadratic formula, square root, there's a negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac, right? If your square root inside is a negative, you have a math error. It will be an imaginary number, so you won't have a solution for it. Therefore, no solution. Do not collide. That means we are trying to find that there's no solution for this. Okay? Cool. Okay. Abigail, okay? All right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. This is on arithmetic and geometric progression. If you don't know, remember 5 formulas. 2 for arithmetic, 3 for geometric, all in the formula sheet. Okay, geometric progression has first term 10 and sum to infinity 6. Find the common ratio of this progression. Okay, give us A, give us S infinity, find common ratio. Okay, so all we need to do is put into the formula. So A is given, A equals to 10, S infinity equals to 6. What's the formula? For S infinity, A over 1 minus R equals to 6, which is 10 over 1 minus R equals to 6. 10 equals to 6 minus 6R. Then here, how much? Okay, 10 minus 6 is 4 equals to minus 6R. R equals to negative 2 over 3. Okay, so sum to infinity, just, yeah, you don't memorize or don't memorize also, Actually, by the time IG, you all should know already lah. Okay, but if you suddenly panic and forget, just know that you can always refer. Okay, so make sure your first one is correct, because if first one wrong, second one also will be wrong. Hence, they say, hence, find the sum of the first 7 term. Okay, correct to 2dp. So formula for sum of first 7 term will be S7. Okay, okay, if you ever forget, or you just write the formula at the side lah, so that y'all can just double check. So A bracket 1 minus Rn 1 minus R. Okay, so A 10 1 minus R is what? Negative 2 over 3 7 over 1 minus 2 over 3. Okay, I had a student, she asked me, teacher, why cannot just this negative, then just become 1 plus 2 over 3 to the power of 7. Okay, don't do that, because we have to follow the order. Okay, bracket first, then order or indices, BODMAS or BIDMAS, you all have to follow the law of mathematics here, the different order. Then only you do your division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Okay, so just type this in the calculator. You all will get 6.35. Cool? Okay, 6.35, that's all. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, the first 3 terms of an arithmetic progression. Okay, so arithmetic, we only look at the arithmetic formula. Log x3 squared, log x3 cubed. Find the common difference. So they want us to find what is the D value. Okay, so we have this one. Term 1, term 2, term 3. You all have to be clear how to find your D and your R. D is just T n plus 1 minus Tn. That means your next term minus the previous term. Okay, that's how you find your common difference. Common ratio, the next term divide by the previous term. Okay, just be very clear on this. So we can just use this question, just take T2 minus T1. Okay, so for me to find D, T2 minus T1, you can write it as like that, log x3 squared minus log x3. This one I can use power rule, bring it down. It will be 2 log x3 minus log x3, which is log x3. So this is my answer. Okay, log x3 is the value of D. Okay, next one. Find, in terms of n and log x3, the sum to n terms. Okay, sum to n terms of this progression. Simplify your answer. Okay, so sum of n terms for arithmetic progression, S n is equals to n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 D. Okay, so I got D, I just found, and A will be my first term, which is also log x3. We want it in terms of n, so n over 2, 2 log x3 plus n minus 1 log x3. Okay? So A and D both also is log x3. Let's simplify it. N over 2, 2 log x3 plus n log x3 minus log x3. 2 log x3 can minus log x3, so n over 2 log x3 plus n log x3 I can factorize out the log x3, so it'll be n over 2 log x3 1 plus n. All right, so it's just simplifying this whole equation here. Okay, then the next one. Given that the sum to n terms is 3081 log x3, so whatever we just calculated, they say is equals to 3081 log x3. Find the value of n. All right, find the value of n. So this above is equals to this value. So let's go and find what's the value of n. So n over 2 log x3 1 plus n equals to 3081 log x3. We can simplify it. This one cancel. Okay, so it will end up with n over 2 1 plus n equals to 3081. It will become n plus n squared equals to 6162. N squared plus n minus 6162 equals to 0. Okay, then here you either show you just use your calculator to help you out. N minus 78, n plus 79 equals to 0, n equals to 78, n equals to negative 79. Your n value cannot be negative, therefore we reject this value. Okay, n value must always be positive because we cannot count, we can't count the number backwards to negative. Okay, and then hence, given that the sum to n terms is also equals to 1027. Okay, so whatever we just found, they say it is also equals to 1027. Okay, and the n term just now we found was 78. Find the value of x. Okay, so now with using the n over 2 log x3 1 plus n, but we have that n equals to 78. We equal it to 1027 now. Okay, so 78 over 2 log x3 1 plus 78 equals to 1027. This is what we want to solve now. Okay, log x3, okay, you just calculate it in calculator, you'll get 1 over 3. For this, we can log form to indices form, so it'll be x to the power of 1 over 3 equals to 3. And x equals to 3 cubed, which is equals to 27. Okay, x equals to 3 cubed, which is equals to 27. Okay. Cool. Pretty easy question. Next one. Question 7. Okay, do not use a calculator in this question. Okay, so we got this diagram. The diagram shows a trapezium ABCDE such that AB is parallel to AC and ABCD is a rectangle. It is given that BC equals to cert 17 plus 1, ED equals to cert 17 minus 1, and DC equals to cert 17 plus 4. Find the perimeter of the trapezium, giving your answer in the form A plus B cert 17, where A and B are integers. Okay, so what do we need to find here? Okay, perimeter. So what is missing here? We have here cert 17 plus 4, but we don't have AE. Okay, so AE, we can use this, we can use Pythagoras theorem, which is AE square equals to cert 17 plus 1 square plus cert 17 minus 1 square. Open up the bracket, you get 18 plus 2 cert 17 plus 18 minus 2 cert 17. This is after your summarize already, okay? You simplify it. You get AE is equals to 6. Okay, so here is 6. So to find my parameter, you just add it all up together. Okay, parameter is equals to, I got 2 cert 17 plus 4 plus cert 17 plus 1 plus cert 17 minus 1 plus 6. Okay, you don't have to put a bracket, but I just put a bracket because one term got many, got 2 terms there, so I can see clearly. So you end up with 4 cert 17 plus 14. Okay, so this will be your perimeter. Okay. Then find the area of the trapezium, giving an answer in the form C plus D cert 17, where C and D are integers. Okay, so we got this area of the trapezium. We can just use formula of trapezium. Half times A plus B times height. Okay, so A equals to half 2 cert 17 plus 3 plus cert 17 plus 4. So this is your parallel sides. And cert 17 plus 1. Okay, then half 3 cert 17 plus 7 cert 17 plus 1. You get half 51 plus 3 cert 17 plus 7 cert 17 plus 7. You'll get 58, half, oops. Alamak. Okay, half 58 plus 10 cert 17 equals to 29 plus 5 cert 17. Okay, so area of trapezium, if you all are unsure, area of trapezium is equals to, if this is A, this is B, this is height, half A plus B height. This is what I'm using here. Okay, based on the trapezium value above. Okay, this one? Okay, cool. Okay, next one. Find tangent AED, giving your answers in the form E plus F cert 17 over 8, where E and F are integers. Okay, so what do we need to do here? AED is just toa, right? Sokatoa. Okay, use your sokatoa. We have A, E, D from the diagram. This is 6. This is cert 17 plus 1. And then cert 17 minus 1. AED means here, This is my theta. I want OR, right? TOA. So this will be my O, this will be my A. TOA. So tangent AED is equals to sec 17 plus 1 over sec 17 minus 1. Okay, they want it in that form. So this form, in your exam, they always ask you that. If my bottom has a cert, what do I need to do? I need to rationalize. Okay, rationalize the denominator. How to rationalize? We use A plus B. A minus B equals to A square minus B square. Okay, so I multiply by the conjugate certs. This will be cert 17 plus 1. Cert 17 plus 1. Okay, my bottom will become 17 minus 1, which will be 16. Top, you will get cert 17 times 17. So cert 17, you get 17, then plus 2 cert 17 plus 1. Let's simplify this whole thing. You will get 18 plus 2 cert 17 over 16. Divide 2 to the whole equation. 9 plus cert 17 over 8. Okay, so I'm just simplifying the entire equation. Okay, cool. Okay, then D, you see the word again come out. Hence. Okay, they say hence. That means I have to use the above value, whatever that I just found, to show that secant square AED is equals to 81 plus 9 cert 17 over 32. Okay, so what do I need to do for this? Is I need to find what is the relationship between tangent and secant square. Yes, Adrian, good. All right, so the relationship is 1 plus tangent square equals to secant square, right? 1 plus tangent square, we can write A equals to secant square A. Okay, so you all need to get familiar with this kind of question. You will see this repeating. Okay, you will see this type of question repeating. Okay, so let's just use this law. So secant square AED is equals to 1 plus tangent square AED, right? Okay, 1 plus tangent square AED. What did we find just now? Tangent AED was 9 plus cert 17 over 8. Then we square the whole thing. Okay, we square the whole thing. Then you will need to just slowly simplify. 81 plus 18 cert 17 plus 17 over 64. You get, we want to make into that form, right? Okay, so one fraction only, so be, here is, okay, so we add it up, so 64 plus 81 plus 18 17 plus 17 over 64. 64 plus 81 plus 17, you'll get 162 plus 18 17 over 64. Okay, divide the whole thing by 2. 81 plus 9 17 over 32. Everyone good? Still alive? Still awake? Abigail, Leslie, okay? Adrian, okay? Quite simple, right, this paper? Nothing hard. Okay lah. Yeah lah, don't need to be scared. Okay, y'all just need to be confident. You just need to see enough questions. Okay, I'm confident all of you here, right, actually can get A star. Y'all just need to put in the effort. Alright, y'all don't worry, right? Don't need to worry. Every time if y'all get stuck, y'all have me here to help y'all. So many subjects. My God. 7 only, right? 7, 8. Can lah. Can do one. Just, this is not the end of the world. Just do it. There's nothing else that you need to do. Next time y'all look back, this one is sub water. Alright? Like drinking water like that. Okay. Okay, we finished this, so we got time for us to discuss some other things. Okay, show that sine x tangent x plus cos x equals to secant x. So this is a proving trigo question. Okay, always take the more complicated side one, simplify to the less complicated side one. Okay, same like everything's in life, right? We don't want to complicate things. Things that are simple already, you don't go and complicate it. Things are complicated, you want to go and simplify it. That's called problem solving. Okay, so it's not always taking left-hand side. You can take left-hand side, right-hand side to prove to whichever side also. Okay, so left-hand side, this will be the more complicated one. So sine x tangent x plus cos x. Okay, sine x tangent x plus cos x. Our goal is that we want secant x. So you always want to have it in mind already. Secant x is 1 over cos x. So I only want some cos x term inside this equation that I'm trying to prove right now. So I don't want the sine, I don't want the tangent. Okay, so let's try to simplify it. So sine x, tangent x, we can change it to sine x over cos x plus cos x. Okay, sine x here can become sine square x over cos x plus cos x. Okay, I also want until become one term only, right? So now got two terms like this. So let's make it to the same denominator. So it will be sine square x plus cos square x over cos x. This one I think you all should, if you all practice enough, right, you all should be able to know also, right? Sine square plus cos square equals to 1. So 1 over cos x, which is equals to secant x. Proven. This one cannot. This one no shortcut, or you all just need to practice it. Okay? Just need to keep practice. Last time I remember when I was a student, I also always struggle this question. So I know I struggle, and I know that it's not always that I can do. So what I do is I leave this question first. Okay, I leave this question first. I always leave until the last only I do it, because I don't want to spend too much time doing it. I might be able to do, I might not be able to prove it. Okay, but you see, if they say hence, but they already give you don't know which to change. Just take the more complicated, you always take the more complicated side. Okay, whichever you feel that is the more complicated side. Normally it's quite obvious one. You see this one got so many terms on the left-hand side. Okay, if you don't know which one to choose, like both also look about the same, then you just have to choose one side. Okay, hence, solve the equation sine theta over 2 tangent theta over 2 plus cos theta over 2 equals to 4. For 0 to 4 pi. Okay, this one I need to teach you all the proper way how to do it. Because I know that many students all don't know how to do this one. Okay, especially when you all see the angle there. Okay, so just now on top, we found sine x tangent x plus cos x equals to secant x. So this is in the same form, right? Sine x, okay, where your x now is theta over 2, tangent theta over 2 plus cos theta over 2. We can write it as secant theta over 2 equals to 4. Okay? I don't want to solve in secant because I only can solve in ASTC. So I change it to cos theta over 2, which is equals to 1 over 4. Okay, cos theta over 2 equals to 1 over 4. Okay, before we do this, right, before we even find our reference angle or this base angle, you actually need to observe what is the angle, the domain of the angle that they give you also. You see, the angle that we want to solve right now, right, is theta over 2. So that means, right, my over here also, I need to everything also follow theta over 2. All my starting term and my end term, I also need to divide by 2 lor, because they give me is in terms of theta. So 0 divided by 2 will be 0. Theta then divide by 2. Then here 4 pi divided by 2 will be 2 pi. Why is this important, right? This one here, okay, is to use for ASTC. That means when you draw for your reference angle, your base angle that time, right? You follow this one, this 0 to 2 pi. Okay? Okay, so that means I will follow 0 to 2 pi. This is very important because when I know students mostly struggle with like when theta plus like a 15 degree or theta minus a 15 degree, which I think is the next question. Okay, the next question there. Okay, everyone clear this one? So make sure you also take the degree, okay, whatever degree the angle that they give you, you follow according to here. This one that's inside here, the angle that you want to solve for the question. Okay, so if divide by 2, then add all the first term and last term divide by 2. If plus something like plus 35 degree, then you just plus 35 degree. Just follow according to it. Okay. Then next one, what we need to do, find your alpha, right? Alpha, we shift cos 1 over 4. Okay, shift cos 1 over 4. They want it in radian mode, right? Okay, so radian mode, this one will be 1.3181. Okay, 1.3181. Okay, then now we look at whether it's positive or negative. So we draw our ASTC graph out. Okay, ASTC graph. Which quadrant is it at? Positive means A and C. Okay, A and C. So my alpha here, my alpha here. Okay, so what this means, you see, I am following this part here. I am following from 0 to 2 pi. That means 0 to 360 degrees only. Okay, so it needs to always obey to whatever angle that you're finding. Okay, and this will make more sense in the next question. Okay, so theta over 2 will be what? Don't straight away shift cos then 1 over 4, then you'll find the answer. That one also another common mistake. So this here will be my angle will be alpha itself. This one my angle will be 2 pi minus alpha. Okay, so 1.3181, then 2 pi minus 1.3181, you'll get 4.9651. We want to find theta, not theta over 2. So theta 1.3181 divided by 2. Times 2, not divided by 2. 1.3181 times 2. 2.63. Wait, we want 3 significant figure. So 2.64 or 4.9651 times 2, 9.96. 9.93. Okay, if you're unsure, this one, you all just double check. This 2.64 and 9.93, is it within 0 to 4 pi? Okay, 0 to 4 pi. Okay, clear this one? Okay, the next one only is a bit more tricky. Okay, the next one a bit more tricky. Okay, solve the equation cot y plus 38 degrees equals to cert 3. For your y will be 0 degrees, your angle will be 0 degrees to 360 degrees. Okay, so let's write down the question first. So cot y plus 38 degrees equals to cert 3. We only want in sine cos tangent, so let's change it to tangent y plus 38 degrees equals to 1 over cert 3. Okay, then now, I mentioned that we need to take note of this angle, the domain for the angle, right? Your smallest value, the biggest value. Now, where is your starting point? It is y plus 38, right? So that means my here need to 0 degrees plus 38. Here also y plus 38. Here also 360 degrees plus 38 degrees, so become 398 degrees. Why is this important? Because now my ASTC graph will follow according to this range of angles. This is my starting. This is my end. Okay, you will see specifically how this question will be affected. Okay, let's find our base angle first. Alpha will be equals to shift tangent 1 over cert 3. Okay, you will get 30 degrees. Okay, 30 degrees. Let's draw out. Okay, let's draw out our ASTC. So you see, right now, okay, this one you all have to listen carefully. My starting point right now is at 38 degrees. Okay, 38 degrees. That means this is my starting point, not at 0 degrees anymore. So anywhere below 38 degrees, we don't want. But my ending point is extended to 398 degrees. So you can write it like that. This is my start and end. My start and my end. Okay? Then you can treat it like that. This is like one revolution like that. Okay. How would this be affected? You all see right now. Your alpha right now is less than 38 degrees or 30 degrees. So if I were to draw it out, right, over here, ASTC, so it's first quadrant and third quadrant, it will be over here and over here. Okay, where my alpha is here and my alpha is here. Okay, but if you look carefully, right, this point here, this one, especially the first quadrant, what is the angle actually? Is it 38 degrees or not? It's not, right? It's actually 360 degrees. Sorry, is it 30 degrees or not? It's not, right? It's not your alpha itself. It's actually 360 degrees plus 30 degrees. Can you see? Because you see, it's the second. Your angle right now is start at 38 degrees, then go to 398. Okay, but this part here, this one still is the same lah. So it's 270 plus alpha. So this question, you all have to be careful. Most students will get wrong for this question, right? Okay, so you need to follow according to the range of angles that they give you, sketch it out according to it also. It's not always 0 to 360 degrees. Okay, only in some cases. Okay, IG, they will normally test you on this also. So your range of values you need to follow. Okay, so what will be your angle right now? Your y plus 38 degrees will be 210 degrees. So this will be 210, right? And then here will be 390 degrees because it's 360 plus 30 degrees. Okay, not 30 degrees up. And you see 30 degrees is out of the range also. Your smallest is 38. So 360 degrees. Your y, 210 minus 38. So you get 172 degrees. And 360 degrees minus 38, 352 degrees. All good, this one? A bit tricky, a bit tricky. So yeah, y'all need to practice a bit, few more of this one. Okay, the angle very, very important. Okay? Okay, all right. Let's move on. Question 9. Okay, let's see. Question 9. 2 more. Okay, polynomial px equals to 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus x plus 1 has a factor of 2x minus 1. Find px in the form 2x minus 1 qx, where qx is a quadratic factor. Okay, so we look at this. This is a cubic equation. So cubic equation can be simplified to bracket, 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 right? But if we put the first bracket first, then the other one will be a quadratic factor. Okay, so qx, how do you find qx? There are a few methods that is taught in your textbook, but what I normally ask you all to do, just do long division. Okay, just do long division. So 2x minus 1, then we want to see what's the term inside here. Okay, 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus x plus 1. Go and do your long division here. 2x minus 1. Okay, let's see, what will you get? X squared, 2x cubed minus x squared. Yeah, I like to put a minus sign here so that it remind me, what is it? Minus 2x squared minus x minus 2x squared plus x minus it again. And here minus 2x plus 1. Wait, here is minus x. And here minus 1. Minus 1 times 2x minus 2x and plus 1. Okay, so here you get x squared minus x minus 1. Make sure you all double check, triple check for this because this will normally link with the next question. Okay, long division. Second part. The diagram shows a graph of y equals to 1 over x for x more than 0. And the graph of y equals to negative 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. The curves intersect at the point A and B. Use your answer to part A. Find the exact coordinate of A and B. Okay, what is A and B? So, two graphs intersect with each other, we use simultaneous equation. And then they also say use your answer to part A, right? Okay, so let's equate it together first, then we see how we can relate it to part A. First equation is 1 over x. Second equation is negative 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. So 1 over x equals to negative 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. Okay, if we want to equate it to the top equation, you see the top one was 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus x plus 1. So we can multiply the whole equation by x. You will get 1 equals to negative 2x cubed plus 3x squared plus x. Okay, I shift everything to one side. 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus x plus 1 equals to 0. Okay, you see, it's the same as the above right now. 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus x plus 1. Okay, once it's the same already with each other, I can factorize it, right? Because for me to find my solution of x, I need to solve this equation. So it can be 2x minus 1 as above, just now x squared minus x minus 1. Okay, equals to 0. Okay, another keyword here, again, exact x coordinate. The word exact, so we have to find the exact values. Okay, don't go and use calculator to find the decimal point. Okay, so that means I need to solve this equation here, right? 2x minus 1, x squared minus x minus 1. 2x minus 1 equals to 0. This one we can solve already. Okay, so this part here, 2x minus 1 equals to 0, x equals to 1 over 2. So I got one of my x value already. However, this side over here, x squared minus x minus 1. Okay, if you use your calculator to check, you'll get some irrational value, right? Irrational number. Okay, so what do we need to do? If it's irrational and I want exact value, you use quadratic formula. Okay, quadratic formula. So x equals to negative b, which is 1, b squared minus 4 is 1 ac over 2a. Okay, which is 1 plus minus cert 5 over 2. Okay, but 1 minus cert 5 divided by 2 will be negative 0.618. We don't want a negative value because you see both my x value is positive, right, at a and b. So my value for this one will be x equals to 1 plus cert 5 over 2. How do I know which one is a, which one is b? See which value bigger lah. Okay, so that means, right, these two graphs they are more, they will actually intersect 3 times, just that we cannot see the third time is at the back of the graph. Okay, so a is the smaller value, b is the bigger value, so you compare 1 plus cert 5 divided by 2, this value is 1.62, so it is bigger than half. So a will take this one, the smaller one. A is x equals to half, and b is x equals to 1 plus 5 over 2. Okay, so now we have the a and b value. Okay, then find the exact area of the shaded region. All right, so area of shaded region is area under the graph, right? Area under the graph. So we can separate the graph to like this. Okay, so this is area A and this area B. Let's put the points here also. This was half. This one was 1 plus 5 over 2. Okay, 1 plus 5 over 2. This part here, okay, belongs to which graph? Area under which graph? This equation, right? Then this one is area under this graph. Okay, literally under the graph. So we need to find which equation Is it under? Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so we break it down. So first equation, area A will be equals to, you integrate from 0 to half, then the equation 2x squared plus 3x plus 1 dx, which will give you, okay, integrate it. So here will be 2x cubed over 3. Okay, I think there's a minus here. Okay, minus 2 over 3x cubed plus 3x squared over 2 plus x. Okay, I hope you all still remember how to integrate. This one straightforward. Okay, power rule. Okay, then sub in the half. Will be minus 2 over 3 half cube plus 3 over 2 half square plus half minus, okay, your x here all 0, so 0 lah. Key into calculator, 19 over 24. So this will be your area A, the green color. Okay, green color here. Okay, area B. Okay, area B. We integrate. Look again, what they're asking for. Exact area. Okay, exact area. So we need to give it in exact value. So just now from 1 over 2 to 1 plus 5 over 2. Your second equation is 1 over x. Okay, when we integrate 1 over x, we will get ln x. Okay, ln x. So 5 over 2. Okay, then sub it inside. So it'll be ln 1 plus 5 over 2 plus ln minus ln half. Minus ln half. You will get minus, we can use division law, right? Okay, division law here. So it can be written as ln 1 plus 5 over 2 over half. Okay, actually you can divide it off. Okay, so equals to ln 1 plus 5. Total area, sum both of it up together. Okay, so you get 19 over 24 plus ln 1 plus 5. Okay, this will be your blue color area. All good? Okay, integration. Any issue with integration? Okay, good, good, good. All right, let's go to the last one. Okay, question 10. A curve has equation 2x squared plus 10 to the power of 3 over 2 over x minus 1 for x is more than 1. Show that dy dx can be written in the form 2x squared plus 10 half over x minus 1 square ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are integers. Okay. So they actually just want us to integrate, differentiate it. Okay. No, it's only complicated if you think it's complicated. Okay, break it down to the one step at a time. It's actually quite simple. Okay, so we want it in this form. Okay, it looks complicated only. So let's break it down. U quotient rule, 2, 3 over 2. V equals to x minus 1. U prime equals to, okay, so 3 over 2 times 4x, right? So you get 6x. Yeah, I don't want to write so many times. So 2x squared plus 10 half. V prime equals to 1. Okay. VU prime minus UV prime over V squared. Okay, so let's put it inside here. dy dx. X minus 1 times 6x, 2x squared plus 10 to the power of half minus 2x squared plus 10, 3 over 2 times 1. You don't have to write that. Over x minus 1 squared. Okay, so you all just observe this form. They want us to factorize out here, right? 2x squared plus 10 to the power of half. So don't go and open up the bracket first. Okay, you all see all these terms on top, right? You want to factorize out these two. On your numerator, 2x squared plus 10 to the power of half. Here and here got that term, right? Okay, but I need to factorize half on it. So let's factorize it out. So the top, bottom only got 1 and it's x minus 1 squared. Okay, so factorize it out first. 2x squared plus 10 to the power of half over x minus 1 squared. Okay, don't go and open out the bracket first. So you open out a bracket later, very hard to solve already. Okay, then I still left x minus 1, 6x, and minus, if I take out negative half from here, I still left with 2 over 2. So it will be 2x squared plus 10 to the power of 2 over 2, which is 1. Okay? Then let's go and simplify the inside here. Here will be 2x, here all remain x minus 1 squared. Okay, then here will be 6x squared minus 6x minus 2x squared minus 10. Okay, you'll end up with 4x squared minus 6x minus 10. Okay, 5-mark question. Okay, don't go and expand the bracket first. I think you all won't get the answer for that. Okay, if you all expand it. Okay, so just break it down one part at a time. Okay, let's do the very last one. Okay, show that for x more than 1, the curve has exactly one stationary point. Find the value of x at this stationary point. So, stationary point means what? How can I prove stationary point? dy dx equals to 0. Right? Because your gradient is 0. Okay, so basically what we need to do above, we are trying to prove this whole equation above here equals to 0. Whenever you see this kind of equation, you just take the numerator equals to 0. Why? Because we cannot take denominator equals to 0, right? If we take denominator equals to 0, it will become a math error. Okay, it'll be, yeah, and math error. So what we want to prove here, okay, you all can, and we only want to prove that it has only one solution. Okay, that means only one x value will be valid, and the condition is x is more than 1. So we try lah. 2x squared plus 10 to the power of half. Okay, so all this is already factorized, so we can just take the bracket equals 0 and the other bracket equals to 0. Equals 0. 2x squared plus 10 equals to 0. 2x squared equals to negative 10. X squared equals to negative 5. This one x, this one math error already, so reject. Right? Because we cannot square root negative. This next part here, 4x squared minus 10 equals to 0. Can simplify the whole equation. Minus 5 equals to 0. Let's factorize this. 2x minus 5 and x plus 1 equals to 0. I'll get x equals to 5 over 2 and x equals to negative 1. Condition is my, here x must be more than 1. This one reject. Okay, so my only solution is x equals to 5 over 2. Okay? This is the end.